for their latest and trickiest trick at an Ethics World Cup in which they have dazzled with their PR skills. England must find a way of generating excitement about Saturday's third-place playoff against Belgium. It is a match that traditionally features reluctant participants who are not particularly interested in winning the prize, like a custody battle for a foul-tempered hamster. So let's see how canny Gareth Southgate's selling it, shall we? It's the chance to have our second best ever finish and the chance for the players to get a medal, he whooped, attaching tassels to his waistcoat to reflect the prestige of the occasion. And there's the pride in playing for your country again, he continued as Steve Holland played It's Coming Home on a plastic party whistle. So we'll try and get the team that is best able to do the job, he concluded, holding back the tears with trademark dignity. Word is England's team will include Trent Alexander-Arnold, Danny Rose and Eric Dyer, owing to knack for Kieran Trippier, Ashley Young and Jordan Henderson. But playmaker Jordan Pickford is fit and you know that Harry Kane wants to start, what with him being 2 penalties clear of Romelu Lukaku in the race for the Golden Boot. The third-place game is not a match we wanted to be in, Kane confessed. But we will try to play with as much pride as we can and finish on a high. We will still be thinking of the semi-final defeat, and what could have been, but of course I want to play. Another free shot from the spot in the boot, at least, will be coming home. Although given how it'll have been won, perhaps that too should be bronze. Elsewhere, France and Croatia are preparing for Sunday's big one. Mindful of the way Croatia's players were spurred on in the semi-final by hubris from English pundits and hacks, French mouthpieces will be sure to avoid giving their opponents any further inspiration before the final. Nothing and no one can stop Les Blues, roared Patrick Vieira. Doe. Quote of the day, Thibaut Courtois used to play at Atletico. And does he think he plays Barca style at Chelsea? I want the star on the jersey, and if I get it, I won't give a dollar hit what anyone thinks. Antoine Griezmann gets his right of reply after Belgium's hot post-semi-final chat. Recommended looking it's your penultimate David Squires of the season. ITV. Illustration, David Squires for The Guardian recommended listening. Here's the latest World Cup Football Daily podcast, with Max Rushden and co., and you can find it in this general area on Saturday and Sunday evening. Support The Guardian, producing The Guardian's thoughtful, in-depth journalism, the stuff not normally found in this email. Obviously, Fiverr Ed is expensive, but supporting us isn't. If you value our journalism, please support us. In return, we can hopefully arm you with the kind of knowledge that makes you sound slightly less uninformed during those hot reactive gegenpress chats you so enjoy. And if you think what we do is enjoyable, again, etc. and so on, Fiverr Ed, please help us keep coming back here to give you more of the same. 5 letters. The aim of the Fiverr should be to make readers laugh. Well, the Fiverr has never made me laugh before. The emotions the Fiverr had always provoked in me ranged from disappointment to disgust, pity and anger. But yesterday the Fiverr made me sad. Frank Shabundu at GU. Has anyone in World Cup history ever played the same opposition twice with both teams not wanting to win on both occasions? Noble Francis. Send your letters to the.boss@theguardian.com. And if you've nothing better to do, you can also tweet the Fiverr. Today's winner of our letter OTHE they end with it, a copy of World Cup Nuggets by Richard Foster is Noble Francis. Bits and bobs, it's wholly unmeasurable, but apparently this is now the best World Cup ever, according to FIFA overlord Gianni Infantino. For a couple of years I have been saying this will be the best World Cup ever, and today I can say that with conviction, it is the best World Cup ever, he roared. How do you do, fellow kids? Photograph Dan Mullen, Getty Images. Clearly terrified of raising the ire of Luka Modric, Francis Blaise Matuidi isn't expecting 3 knockout games, with extra time to impact Croatia. I don't think it's a factor, he sighed. It will be a match they will be ready for, and I don't think extra time or penalties has been or will be a handicap for them. Argentinian official Nestor Pitana will referee Sunday's final in Moscow. England set-piece specialist Kieran Trippier is set to be granted the freedom of his hometown, Bury, allowing him to take his lambs down through the market and earning him free black pudding for life. Other recipients of the accolade include Jill Neville, mother of Gary and Phil. FC Mordovia Saransk, average gate 3,700, are set to inherit the city's shiny new 44,000-seater World Cup stadium. The arena will not turn into a white elephant, that's for sure, tooted Government Minister Alexei Merkushkin. It won't be a football-only ground, it will be multifaceted. Non-World Cup department, Chelsea have ushered Antonio Conte through the revolving one door at Stamford Bridge with a 52-word statement lacking a single word of thanks. And non-World Cup department, $TVMB's Pope's NEWCO Rangers reign kicked off with a 2-0 win over Scoopy, whose name seems like Steve McLaren's awarded European canine mess collection business. Still want more? 7 reasons for England to be cheerful, courtesy of Dominic Fiffield. 4 of them for starters. Composite. Getty Images. France v Croatia is the final. A World Cup full of surprises deserves, writes Thomas Hitzelsberger. Gareth Southgate's next challenge is bridging promise and triumph, reckons Barney Ronay. Proper journalism's David Kahn on English unity in these toxic times. A Moscow refugee tournament has thrown stark light on Russia's migrant policy, reports Sean Walker. Which is the best World Cup ever? Rating contenders from 1954 to 2014. Not you, Johnny. Quiz, quiz, quiz. And Paolo Bendini on what Chelsea can expect from Maurizio Sarri. Oh, and if it's your thing, you can follow Big Website on Big Social Face Space. And Insta Chat too. Normal, service, Monday.